God and to have fear about the unknown when we should really be putting our faith in God. We dig deep into this, Gary, in Revelation 9:11. We uncover those secret societies that are involved and a whole lot of others that are involved in this deceptive agenda. So we're keeping a focus on it in this book to show just how close we are to the coming of the Lord.
Troy, how does AI play into all of this? Because I know I've interviewed a number of people who say, hey, AI soon will be much smarter than human beings. So if it becomes smarter than humans, then why not just worship AI instead of God? I can see how that's the next progression. How does this fit into end times?
Yeah, even the famous transhumanist Noah Harari in Israel, he's talked about using AI to rewrite the Bible. And so, the Apostle John, 2,000 years ago, trying to describe what would be happening in the end times, he talked about the image of the beast, the mark of the beast. And so the first time in history, because we have artificial intelligence, electronic banking, computer chip implants, Neuralink implants, brain chip implants, the surveillance state, you can actually have this mark of the beast system for the first time in history where you can't buy or sell. And that's what the Bible warns us of. The Antichrist and false prophet will preside over a global economic system. And so with artificial intelligence, with this super intelligence that's now been created, we can see this. And I think John, or the apostle, talked about this in the book of Revelation, just to use terminology from the first century.
And Paul, one part of eschatology, of course, is the construction of the third temple on Jerusalem's Temple Mount. An important event leading up to that is, of course, the sacrifice of an unblemished red heifer. 5 red heifers are now in Israel, and I think they're in Shiloh, where the Ark of the Covenant was once housed. So these heifers are now old enough to be in part of the ceremony. So what are your thoughts on that? Are we getting closer to construction of the temple?
Oh, very close. Gary, I've been there 11 times. I've been on the Temple Mount 11 times. Just last year, I was at Shiloh. They were talking about these 5 red heifers that had already been brought in from farms in Texas. This is a focus like you wouldn't believe. Each time I go, the communication and the conversation by some of my friends, which are actually some ultra-Orthodox, they are focused on building this temple. So even the attack on October 7th by Hamas was totally, and Hamas admits it, it was what they called the Alaska flood. But their fear was that the red heifer, the ashes would be burnt, and it would start the process of building the third temple. So you're watching the whole world converge upon the navel of the world, really, the Holy Land itself. We are truly living now in the beginning stages of a prophetic timeline that won't turn back.
Okay, wars and rumors of wars and signs and wonders. The book is Revelation 9:11. How the book of Revelation intersects with today's headlines. Troy Anderson and Pastor Paul Begley, thank you for sharing your insights. We appreciate it. God